Human beings have always sought to understand the meaning and purpose of life and death. Hindus believe that life is an opportunity for spiritual growth, and that challenges and experiences in life are lessons aimed at the development of the soul. Attitudes towards life and death, the way challenges are faced, and the focus on spirituality are key aspects of this perspective. Here is a selection of principles to understand death from a new perspective. Life and death are two halves of the same single cycle. Death should not be feared, as it is not the end but the natural transition of the existence. Mental and spiritual peace is achieved by understanding that we are part of the natural and sacred process of the infinite cycle of birth and death. No one escapes the power of death. Meditating and reflecting on life and death invites us to seek the true and eternal within ourselves. Death is the expansion of our existence into a state of greater understanding and freedom. Just as river water returns to the ocean, the soul returns to its divine nature. Death is the opportunity to return to the divine essence and be reborn in a new form closer to our spiritual realization. Life is the dream of the soul, and death is its awakening to the unique reality. Accepting death frees us from fear and allows us to live in full awareness that the true self has no end. Accepting death as a teacher reveals how to live fully and teaches the spiritual purpose of the existence. The soul is an eternal traveler experiencing different lives. Death is just a break for the soul to rest before continuing its journey. Each life is a chapter in the eternal story of the soul. Each life is a temple where the soul learns and grows. Every experience in life is a lesson for the soul. Understand Dharma and the law of karma. Recognize the impact of your actions. All beings are interconnected, and our actions affect everyone, including ourselves. Fulfilling Dharma means living according to moral and ethical duties and principles, which rewards with a just, satisfying, and regret-free life. Karma or actions in life have consequences that determine destiny here and in future reincarnations. Practicing virtue, moral duty, and ethics helps to find joy in future well-being. Develop compassion towards all beings. Recognize that we are all spiritually interconnected and conditioned by the constant cycle of death and reincarnation. Charity and generosity help purify karma, alleviating suffering in both life and death. Helping others leave this world is also an act of liberation for yourself. Offer assistance to those who are close to death. Life, death, and everything that exists is transient and subject to change. Death is a reminder of the impermanence of all that is material. Attachment is the cause of suffering in life and death. Eliminate attachment to material things and relationships, as not even your own life belongs to you. Detachment from the temporal world is the key to facing death calmly. By releasing our material afflictions, we find peace in the immortality of the self. Act without attachment to results. The outcome is part of the spiritual process. Focus on doing what is right throughout the process. This will help you live a fuller life. The body is just a vehicle that disappears when the temporal ends, but the consciousness of the soul knows no death. The soul continues its eternal course toward liberation. In death, the soul is freed from the confinement of the body and returns to its original state of pure consciousness and peace. Life is an individual gift, and death is the return to the wholeness. Life seeks meaning and purpose. Death finds the answer in the immortality of the soul and the continuity of the journey. The love we share in life also transcends death. It is an infinite union that surpasses physical limitations. True immortality is spiritual awakening. The death of the body is only a step toward the soul's liberation. The soul travels once again to reunite with its true nature, the source of all existence. Serenity in death comes from understanding our immortal essence. By recognizing ourselves as immortal beings, death becomes a natural transition necessary to continue the eternal journey. Work on self-realization to discover your true essence and achieve a state of peace and wisdom. Exploring ideas about life and death can provide you with a broader and deeper perspective on your existence. Develop your own inner wisdom to understand the nature of life and death. Find the realization of your true nature and your union with the divine to achieve moksha, the liberation from the cycle of death and reincarnation. Reconcile with the past. Find the path to purify your karma. Live and die in peace. Live a balanced life between the spiritual and the material, seeking your harmony and inner peace to live fully and meaningfully. Find peace in nature. Spending time in nature provides a comforting and restorative perspective on life and death. Maintain faith in a justice that is superior to human laws. There is a universal balance that ensures karma and dharma are balanced through life and death, guiding the soul on its journey. Perform rituals and offerings to honor your ancestors, helping them in their journey of transcendence, guiding their soul, and ensuring their liberation from earthly attachments. Seize each moment to awaken to the truth of being. Accept the temporality of this world and focus on the opportunity to return to your essential self. The soul is an endless ocean navigating through the waves of existence. Death is simply another wave in its endless journey. These principles cover key aspects related to life and death, such as spirituality and detachment. In summary, life and death are interconnected in the cycles of samsara. The ultimate goal is to achieve moksha or union with the divine through liberation from the cycles of reincarnation and death, which is achieved through dharma, the fulfillment of ethical and moral duties. This vision provides a new framework for understanding death and the purpose of life in spiritual and ethical terms.